Hey, we have an audience, Thomas, and we're back to Foreign Friday for the first time in 2026, and I'm echoing like crazy in my ear. Sort of funny in some ways, appropriate. How are your holidays?
Survived?
Yeah, survived in advance. I like the college basketball.
Yeah.
I can hardly hear Thomas. I don't know what in the heck is going on, but all right, folks, let's
Well,
give
we'll
this a
do the
whirl.
best we can.
Yes, hello, Chicagoans. Yeah, we had some wind and rain here yesterday, like crazy. Like I think some of the worst rain we've had in a bit because some of the streets in Chicago were more like rivers than streets. How about by you, Thomas?
Not too bad. I walked to the hockey game last night up in Milwaukee, and it was drizzling. Nothing serious.
Mhm. Here it was downpouring. Before we get
Glad it
started,
wasn't downpouring. I hate going and sitting and watching a game in the wet.
yeah, no, it was just terrible outside here. Free picks today over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Today's free track of the day is Sam Houston down in Tejas. Make sure you use the link in the description here on YouTube to go over there. I'll also post it over at horseracingtoday.net sometime before the Insomnia Racing starts. And this is going to be not tonight, but tomorrow night into Sunday morning, right, Thomas?
That is correct.
Hey, once in a while, I get something right. It'll be right here. So make sure you head on over to horseracingtoday.net to take advantage of that. Before we move on to the next thing, Sha Tin weather. Right now, track is rated as good, Thomas. Weather suggests it'll stay that way.
Yeah, well, it's a lot nicer there than here.
Well, that's not saying a whole lot.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much.
That's like saying getting up in the morning and not stubbing your toe is better than getting up in the morning and stubbing your toe.
Yeah, well, I would take 72 right now in a heartbeat.
Yeah, as I. All right, well, what we're going to do right now is going to get started with race 6. It's the Hebe Haven handicap. So it's the alliteration handicap, the H's. They're going to go, how far are they going to go? Oh, hell, I forgot where these things are at on here, Thomas.
1,800 meters.
Ah, there it is, 1,800 meters. So 1,800 meters on the course. They're going to start all the way back here. Basically one turn, come around here to that finish line. And many of those one-turn miles in the States, I think this one's an 8 mile and an eighth, but
Mile and an eighth, yeah.
yeah, many of those one-turn routes act a little bit more like sprints. We don't think that usually happens at Sha Tin, though, do we?
No. And I don't think it really happens at Belmont either.
No, it happens at Aqueduct and Gulfstream a lot.
Yeah,
So
I would
if
agree.
we,
But those are mile. They're not. It'd be 2 turns if you're going to go a mile and an eighth at Aqueduct, just like Saratoga.
so here we see a lot of these horses. They might want to press forward, Tom, in there. So we might have a pretty aggressive early pace in this race. What do you say?
Yeah, I think we're going to have. I don't think it'll be a fast pace. I think they're saying good to slow. It could be pedestrian
Mm-hmm.
based on some of the guys that are riding these horses.
So with that in mind, I know I always pick those outside posts with that long back stretch down there, Thomas. Does the post position matter much to you?
Yes.
All right, well.
unless it's a horse that can handle a wide trip. And there, every once in a while, you find one out there, but most of them, they want to, like my first choice, which is number 2, Young Bravo. He won his first start. He finally won his race after 4 tries. A good price too. Ran on the rail, saved ground, held on. I mean, he gets number 2 this time, so that should help. Same distance in class today. Why not repeat? 9 Ying Ching Victory was sent to the lead last time and won. He's going to drop in distance, but same class level. Slow pace will help him a lot. And finally, number 5, China Win is my final choice. He just missed last time out, but closed strongly. They're going to take the blinkers off this time. And race same level, try to get a win. I don't see him winning. I see him closing and getting some of it, but not all of it.
Yeah, you got Zach Pert riding that. The echo's really throwing me off. All right, number 2, Young Bravo is the top pick for me. Last time out, this horse beat a lot of these horses, so why can't he do it again? Audacious Pursuit ran faster by about a second in its last race. I got that 13 draw, so Tom's not upset with that 2 draw, but the 13 draw might not be as plentiful. Number 10, Volcanic Spark. Last time, this horse rolled late, and I think going a little bit shorter sounds maybe contrary, but I think that might actually be helpful today. And then finally, China Win, same Tom horse that you got there. Last race was a little bit faster too, but I got a feeling with Zach Purton in there, and I think the current favorite. I don't think he's Purton's strongest candidate that we're going to discuss. So I think the chance that the horse could be overbet. What do you think?
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. But I think he's good enough to get in the money. I just don't think he's going to get it all.
That's the goal, right? Get it all. Race 7, the Hung My Cuck Handicap. Yeah, better be careful there. Get yourself in a little bit of trouble.
That'll be interesting.
Yes, indeed. 1,200 meters here. They're going to start. Make that quick turn, Thomas. So I would say that undoubtedly going inside is more useful there than outside.
Yep.
In this case, the one-word answer works out perfectly for me. The speed map shows us again a lot of these horses could be forward. The pace could be good. Thomas, is that going to set it up for a horse to come from off the pace in your view?
I think more of a mid-pack type than a dead closer.
And who's your top mid-pack take home the title guy?
It's going to be my Prestige always. Started well last race, saved some ground, but he was blocked for a clear run at the end. Race before, he raced second, very strong. He just needs a clear run to get a win, and he hasn't gotten in his last 2 races. I think this time around he's going to get it, and the post does not bother me at all. 5, Alpha Strike. Won 2 starts ago at 1,000 meters, then ran 12th and was eased. Definitely there was issues in running that race. So I'm going to throw it out and say that he can try 1,200 again, and I think doesn't race so keenly as last time. I think he's good for a piece, and you're going to get a better price on this one. And finally, 4 Aurora Patch is going to be my final choice. He's been running really well the last 4 races. He got 2 wins in 2 seconds. He did cause some issues last time out, and he shifted out. A little keen, but he settled down to win. So I don't see why he couldn't continue on that path of decent form.
Alpha Strike, I like that one too, Thomas. Had an easy win at this level, and just a 4th race for this guy. So a lot of upside. Number 6, Sharing. That's probably how I pronounce that. Zach Purton, on the likely favorite, could win. But I think much like the Zach Purton horse in the Hebe handicap, could be overbet as well. Number 9, when your buddy's acting up, Chill Buddy is appropriate advice, and maybe same here. Faster by about a second in its last race, and I feel like getting a little extra distance today might take a little chill out of that guy. And then finally, number 12, Amor War Eagle. Probably improved the most out of all of these horses in the last start. And post position 4, Tom. I'm really thinking about those post positions now after a year of being smacked around.
Yeah, well, they come in, but so it is not the norm. And if you look at the positions at the different lengths of these races, you'll get a pretty good idea of how rarely they do hit.
Well, here we're going to go 1,400 meters. 1,400 meters is going to back up a little bit to right about here. Going to make their way down and about around the track. This is 1 mile, right? 1 mile, 1 turn.
No, this is 7 furlongs.
7 furlongs.
1,600 meters is the line.
These meters goof me up. All right. I should by now know these things, but focused on others.
Yeah, you got other things to worry about.
A little bit more run space, but if at 1,800 meters being on the outside is not, or is a detriment, anything shorter than that would be a detriment as well. Our speed map shows us another race where most of these horses want to be forward. Pretty hot pace. Are you still looking mid-pack, Thomas, or are you looking farther back in this one?
I think you could see farther back come in to hit it here, but I think it really just depends on where they have the opportunity to make up ground.
And who's going to make up the most ground?
I'm doing 2. Healthy, happy. I ran 6 last time out. Was doing well at the end. Got in the straight. Second race before this one, the jockey dropped the rein during the race, and of course that never is a good thing. He won his third race back at this distance. I just think he needs just a clean run to have a chance, and I'm going to put him on top. Number 3, Invincible Shield, is going to be next. Took the lead early last time, got caught at the end, finished second. Pace may have been a little faster than Desire. So jockey switch to Maxime Guillon, who rides in France normally, but he's spending vacation in Hong Kong, and he's actually been doing pretty well there. And he's good on front runners. So that's why I think he's got a chance. And finally, Dancing Code, number 4, is going to be my final choice. Set a really fast pace last time. Got caught at the end. Ran second. He is definitely, in my opinion, the pace setter in this race. And doesn't have a great post, which is going to hurt him. And he adds weight for being a little successful. So that's why I'm only putting him for 3rd.
Well, I think of all the Zach Burton horses today. Number 8, Little Paradise, has the best chance to win, Thomas. Maybe the best odds, too. Number 7 is my next pick, Mark Wynn.
I don't know about that. I think he'll get some action.
Well, I think not the best odds on the board, but the best odds for a horse that he's riding. Yeah. Well, maybe the second best odds.
For 4th. That was my 4th choice.
There's another race where I think he's going to have a chance to win too, but at higher odds. But I think of the races we've covered so far, this will be the longest odds for Zach Burton horse. I think you're going to get some long odds on Markwin as well. He's a horse for the 7 furlong course. If you look at that horse, 7 furlongs, 9 times out, 3 wins, 2 seconds, 2/3. That's 7 out of 9, Tom. You are a horse owner, and if your horse came home in the money 7 out of 9, would you be happy with that?
I'd be very happy with that, especially with Hong Kong money.
Mm-hmm. Well, when they convert it to bucks, you ain't got nothing left.
Even with bucks, I mean, you're looking at the total purse structure in Hong Kong of over $220 million per season. So there's some serious dollars there.
That's some big money. But in the other distances, this horse ran 7 times with just a couple of seconds. So this is a tweener horse. Doesn't want to run a sprint, doesn't want to run a route. It's in between.
Yeah, the mile doesn't suit him. It's that weird little distance of 7 furlongs.
And that's it. You're going to get a big price on that guy. Number 5, Dromberg Banner. If anyone, Tom, I know you mentioned a different one, but I think if anyone's going to get out to the front and stay there, it's going to be the 5. And then finally, Invincible Shield, the 3 horse. A furlong longer could be a difference maker for Invincible Shield here. 2 races to go. Race number 9 is the Park Sha Handicap. Oh, Handicap. This case, they're going to go 1,800 meters. So now, I'm back to 1 1/8 miles. I wanted to go with a mile. Anyhow, in the first one we talked about, post position, really, you will still want to be on the inside. You don't think that getting to the front and staying there is possible. This looks like a fairly balanced race, so if you can get to the front on reasonable fractions, you got a chance. and maybe a little bit too much to work your way through all the way in the back, Tom. So are you once again focusing on middle?
Yeah, I'm trying for middle to probably in that second tier, depending on where they're going to sit. You know, I wouldn't be surprised too wide to be able to get a good, clean run in the straight. And with that, I'll take number 9. Fortunate Boy, my top choice. Ran third his last time out after winning a barrier. Gets sacked this time. I think he's ready for a big effort. He's got a good draw. Number 4, Excellence Value is my next choice. So he ran 6th last time out and had a barrier trial before this race. Got a new trainer. He's done well at this distance before, so I'm putting for a place. And finally, I'm going to take the one that should be on the lead, and that will be 5, Live and Let Live. He's run the money his last 3 races. Definitely on the guard. He's going to, a little shorter distance. I think he'll hang on. And maybe 7 is his distance.
I'm going to go a little bit different route here, Thomas, today. I'm going to go with Packing Fighter. Number 12. On here, it looks like it's making his debut, but he's not. This is going to be its second career start. So a lot of horses make big moves upwards in their second start. He's been off since June. But that last trial, barrier trial, 6 furlongs and a little more than 110, that's quick enough to think that the horse will come back sharp. And in his debut, he just blew everybody away. Most upside in the race. Joy of Spring, yes, indeed, Thomas. That's something we hope to experience soon around here. But this is another one of those horses for the distance course. 1 1/8 miles, winner 5 out of 10 times. He's run other distances 11 times. He's not won any of them. What is it about 1 1/8 miles? I don't know.
Well,
Fortune Boy.
1 turn mile and 1/8.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Instead of 2 turns. I don't know.
Could well be. I mean, it's tough to say, but I mean, 5 out of 10 at one distance, and then you try him at others, and he comes home 0 for 11.
It's a goose egg.
Yeah, something about that.
They got to be patient for these races to be carded.
Yeah, right. Once in a while. Number 9, Fortunate Boy, one we share. Extra distance, I feel like does help Mr. Purton in this spot. And then finally, another horse that we agree on, Excellence Value. I mean, you couldn't have a better name for a horse, particularly if the odds are right. This is a closer, and much like the 12, the one horse, this is its most consistent distance. Well, we have one race to go in our first Foreign Friday of 2026. Tom, so I'm setting you up right here for the question. Anything on tap for next Friday?
Well, it'll either be Lingfield for the all-weather to really aggravate ourselves, or we'll go back to Hong Kong.
All right, well, at least we'll have a little bit of form if we go back to Hong Kong. 1,600 meters again. So they're going to go right here.
No, we haven't had a 1,600 yet. This is our first.
Is it?
one. Yeah.
This is race number 10, right? That's what we do? Yeah.
Pak
Shek.
We've had 1,800s, we've had 1,400, and we've had 1,200.
So now we're having 1,600.
This is a true mile.
There we go. 1 mile, 1 turn. A little more than 7 furlongs, a little less than 1 1/8 miles. So we're now the between one here. Looking at the speed map on this one, Thomas, everybody's kind of middle back. So just looking at the race shape, get to the front, you might be able to stay there. What do you say?
I think I put the horse that I thought would go for the lead 4th, and that's Uranus Star. So that's the way I looked at it. I didn't see that one on top. So I went with number 2, Beauty Bolt, my top choice. Zach had a choice of rides. He could ride the one he's run 3 in a row on, which is the top number 1 horse, Invincible Ibis, or he could ride this one, and that's why I'm going to take this one. 2 good barrier trials. He had a second one, and then he won the next one. He's won 3 races and finished in the money, and 3 other races from 7 starts. So he's a pretty consistent horse. And this is kind of this is considered a trial for the Classic Mile. So these are pretty decent horses, relatively speaking. And Harpo's letting his opinion known about that horse.
Yeah, so bad he ran away from you. Doesn't want to even be seen with you anymore.
Yeah, well, I don't blame him. 9, California Waves is going to be next choice. Finally showed some life last time out, big odds. He hasn't done anything and then ran second. Narrowly beaten. I mean, he came out of the 12 post. He'll be wide again. There's no question about that. But is he coming to form? I think he is. He showed life, and that was a good race. And finally, the one that won last 3 races is Invisible Ibis. He's in form, and that's about the best thing I can say for him. I think he's definitely the favorite and the one to beat.
Well, you think if Zach Burton would have known that he was going to get the 14th draw on one and the 3 draw on the other, he would have stayed where he was.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with number 11. Fit for Beauty. That's one is going to rerun his last race, and if he does, he wins again. Then I have Invincible Bias, the one horse. I was thinking about putting, or Ibis, excuse me.
Ibis, yeah.
I honestly, running through the 2 horses, I think you can flip a coin between the 1 and the 2. I went with the 1
The
over.
difference is the draw. I mean, Zach's got work to do.
That's exactly why I put the 1 over the 2, because Beauty Bolt is next for me. Basically the same as the 1, but better odds. Maybe. And then finally, number 9, California Waves. More distance helps. And if you kind of run through the miles that they have run on the past, the final times, this one might actually have the best 1 mile final time in this field. And if he runs that mile, he wins, and he does so at a price, Mr. Thomas.
Very possible. I put him in there.
Anything can happen, right?
There's a chance, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Again, next 4 and Friday.
Plus, he gets weight from the top 2, and that I think may also play in a very important factor at the end of this race.
So we'll be back next 4 and Friday for either Hong Kong or Winfield on the A-Dub, so we can drive ourselves a little bit nuttier than we normally do. Monday and Tuesday, I'll be back with Terry for Parks. Wednesday, I'll be setting up for Tampa Bay Downs again. And Thursday will be Gulfstream Park as we continue to move forward in the championship meet as we start to gear up.
Like Turfway?
I do kind of like Turfway, but it's
okay.
It's sort of like the
ever since they switched to all weather, that one can be rather aggravating.
Yeah, I think I have more problem on all weather up in Woodbine for whatever reason. Even though I know Woodbine tends to favor horses that come from off the pace, but
do you think that's because it's summer versus winter?
It could well be. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean maybe the all weather at Turfway is more. You can get a better insight on how the horses are running versus a summer all weather.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I've always done better down there. And maybe that's because when you hit at Turfway Park, you seem to get some big odds, so the payouts are a little bit nicer.
What about Gulfstream's all weather?
I do okay there too. Yeah, I think because the dirt and the turf at Turfway tend to favor speed. I mean, Gulfstream Park. Yeah. The all weather is, I feel like, a little bit more of a stalker. So you don't necessarily want to be at the front, but I don't think it favors horses all the way in the back either. So I tend to look more in the middle.
The next entry will be Belmont with their all weather, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that'll make fun. Are they going to run the Belmont Stakes on that or no?
No. It's a mile track.
Okay.
It's inside the mile-and-a-half track.
I'm going to say, if they were to do that, that's really changing tradition.
Well, that's why they're getting rid of Aqueduct. Run all the meets there.
Well, that'll be fun for sure. I'm looking forward to that. If you like what Thomas and I do, please go ahead and hit the subscribe and the like button. If you don't like what Thomas and I do, please hit the like and subscribe button. Helps grow the
If
show.
you make better picks than we do, by all means, share them, please.
Yeah, and
We'd
we're enjoying the show.
appreciate any help we can get, especially with Sha Tin.
Any track for that matter, for sure.
Yeah, sometimes, but we do better at others than we. Hong Kong can be our sore thumb sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like it's either hot or cold, nothing in between. We either hit them all or hit them none. All right, well, that wraps it up for today, folks. Of course, reminder, in just a little bit, probably sometime tomorrow, I will post all of the picks right here on horseracingtoday.net so that you can see what Thomas and I said along with our commentary. There'll be a race replay. All the races will be time-stamped in the description on YouTube. Again, always free picks over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Please use the link there so they know where you're coming from. Any final words from you, Tom, before we get out of here?
As always, I like to say with Sha Tin, survive.
Indeed. Well, we greatly appreciate your time today. We certainly hope that no matter what's on your plate, your endeavors, your goals and resolutions for 2026, that they have God's grace and God's favor, and everything that you do ends up in the
winners enclosure.
In winners enclosure, indeed. We'll see you on Monday. Until then, have a blessed weekend.